When you were growing up, did your mom ever say to you, if so and so jumps off a cliff, are you going to jump too? Because I heard that, right? A few times your parents are trying to teach you the lesson to not just blindly follow along with any and everyone. Even if you like them, you rock with them, you're friends with them, right? Like that's the person you consider a best friend, right? But you still need to be able to think for yourself and not just blindly follow anyone. I don't care how much you like them. It was always weird to me because why on earth would I even need to have this question posed to me, Mom? Like, if that person decides to just do whatever, seems like they're being a little irrational, go off the rails, why on earth do I need to follow along just because we're friends or just because, like, we were really close at one point? Like, why would that even be a thing? That doesn't sound logical. I now understand who that question was really for, okay? And I think it's based on this very weird parasocial relationship that people have with artists and celebrities nowadays. Case in point again, Kanye West. Now, for those who, or yay, whatever he's calling himself these days, okay? One, I don't know how much more I would need to say on this topic and with him. Like, it really is the never ending saga that I would just love to end. I would. I addressed this earlier this year. Do we remember that? Number one, I said there was something that we should leave behind in 2023. Let's just circle back to that. Cult members. I probably shouldn't really call y'all out because goodness knows I don't want you over here. But yay, cult members, okay? He's done some really just amazing things within sneakers, within the history, the culture. We get it. He did not invent shoes, though. He did not invent sneakers. Adidas was around long before him. They will be around long after him. Can we please leave every single yay comparison? And oh my God, like you guys acted as if he actually parted the seas. He did not. If you guys are very much so religious, I feel like you're missing the part about the false idol. You really seem to be missing it. Let's leave that back in 2023. Okay? That's just my request. Okay, now that you understand where I was coming from, the start of 2024, I just wanted to leave that behind, okay? I'm not being facetious when I say this. If there were ever a headline where a yay follower or supporter committed a crime, a heinous crime, a vicious crime, a violent crime, would I be shocked if they said they did it in the name of Ye, or because maybe he, I don't know, like spoke to them to do it, or maybe they gathered or inferred that it would make him happy? Yeah, I would not be shocked at all because there are people, there are adults, right? They get to vote and pay taxes and have a say in things, and they blindly follow a man around. Like, again, they are very religious, yet the whole false idol thing has just gone out the window. Like, we're not focusing on that, I don't think, at all, because you've seen the headlines. He's going back and forth. He's upset again. These are fake Yeezys. Now these are corny. Everyone has already said what a lot of us are thinking. They weren't corny then when everything was going great. When everything's great, listen, there aren't really negative connotations associated with things, okay? But when they're not going great, it all flips around. I have said as much as I think I could possibly say on this, okay? I am not getting into it with the yay stands who seem to think that Adidas is going to fail overnight. You have people that are even within the culture, they are respected and they have a voice, and they will even get their grown selves up on the internet and ask, hey, is anybody actually wearing Adidas outside of Yeezys? As if they don't see a Samba on like every, I don't know, like 15th person's foot when they're just out and about around town, the airport, events, runways, doesn't matter. Their originals are everywhere. But people will still act as if, like I said earlier, that Ye parted the Red Sea. He did not. He's just a man who apparently didn't contract great lawyers to look over his contract. This is the other reality. None of us have seen the contract. We don't know what it entails. We don't know the ins and outs of it on either side. Three Stripe side or his side. What we know is there's one side that's consistently been whining and complaining about being done wrong within this contract, but you can only be done wrong if you chose to sign that contract. I would hope none of you find yourselves in that situation. Look at all contracts. When you first enter school and study business, guess what's the first thing you go through when it comes to like business and ethics and law? First off, you have to take business law, and contract law is like the first law you have to go through because it's very important. There's a reason that businesses and business owners and artists and whoever, they have lawyers on retainer, and that lawyer's sole job is to protect you from signing a very shitty contract. That's it. That's their only job. Whether his lawyers didn't do that or not, We don't know. It could have been they forewarned him and he still chose to sign it. And there are plenty of people where they will hire experts in their field to have them come on. You hire them to do a service and you still don't listen to them. You pay them no mind, and then when it all hits the fan, you are ready to just cry to high heavens. Like, I find it difficult when you are the center of so many problems and controversy over and over again, despite the really great things that you have done creatively. Like, when does it stop? When does the accountability happen? So yes, more Yeezys are releasing. One, I have more than I could ever need in life, period. I don't care if it's Yeezy. I don't care what brand it is, honestly. The pairs that I have, I am good with. Fine with. And paying it forward sometime in my life in terms of some of the pairs that I've been blessed with to make somebody else's day, especially a child's day, that's something that's always been on my mind to be able to do, to be able to pay it forward in that way. And whatever you choose to do with some of your Yeezys, hey, that is 100% solely on you. There are pairs that I will continue to have and cherish, right? It could be the Wave Runner. It could be, I really still like the Beluga, the Reflective, the 350 V2 Bone, just all white. It's great. And you see all of the conversations that are going on in the comments. Some people continue to love the 350 V2. It's comfortable. I still see it on people's feet all the time because it is a comfortable shoe. Choosing to not do something because somebody who doesn't even know that you exist is telling you that they no longer rock with it or support it. Do you hear how that sounds? He doesn't know that you exist. But whatever he says is now the hard bottom line for you as an adult. And again, if he told you to jump off a cliff, are you jumping off said cliff? And that's not just with Ye. I've seen grown adults that, like, I bet you because Jerry cut his hair, there are some grown men that might cut their hair. Okay? Very just interesting behavior, okay? But yes, it's all over. I really don't. This is the most I gotta say on it. I'm tired. I want to leave it in 2023, get rid of the stock. You guys have seen the pairs that are supposed to drop from, I believe, boots to more foam runners, you know, the whole dino foam shoe, still not something I'm a fan of. More slides, which a lot of people are still going to go for. I've already stated I thought it would have been best to have ripped the band-aid off before, gotten rid of the stock, have moved on and closed this chapter, but they're going to do whatever it is they feel is in their best interest and best timing to do. Okay, I'm not at that level of business. Do what you got to do. For the price, I think lowering the price would have been the great thing, only to assist in moving it faster, because paying over $200 for anything, I think, will give pause for a lot of consumers. I don't care what the brand is, and I've always thought that Yeezy was great quality, but you're still going to have to, I think, take into account where we are, cost, value, inflation, everything. So we'll see what happens. Just as I have not cared to go for anymore and don't feel like I need any more added to the closet at all. I don't feel like I need a lot of things added to my closet anymore, so it has nothing to do with just Yeezy. Let's not like hone in on that. It has nothing to do with just him. It's just an overall perspective of not needing as much as what I ever thought that I did, or even not wanting as much as what I ever thought that I did. But yeah, you know where you stand on the whole Ye thing. I haven't changed my stance. Accountability, read your contracts. Everything was great then, now it's not. I still think it's very weird that grown adults support him with unconditional dying fortitude that they probably don't even provide to those in their lives who will show up to their funeral if they pass. Yeah, that's all I got. Also, Adidas is now doing like a whole 14-day hold. Again, as a consumer, this is just your choice. Do you want to participate in a system or platform like that, or do you not? Not saying good, bad for myself. It's not something I'm the biggest fan of, just because I am not a fan of my money being held for any amount of time in which interest is not being applied in my favor. Just because that's how banks continue to make money, right? And I love a high yield savings account. That's where I go ahead and park my money, okay, to earn pretty good interest, and then I put my money in the market, and it can compound in that interest and really work for me in my favor. So not necessarily like rah-rah for the whole 14-day hold. Do I think it will deter some resellers? Yes, I do think it will deter some resellers, which I don't see as a bad thing whatsoever, because they have certainly taken a toll on sneakers, and I think the morale and different things that are happening within the culture in itself, they are just a part of the ecosystem. Doesn't mean they have to be a great part, but they are a part of the ecosystem, and it is a reality. But I'm sure you saw the 14-day news, so you can go ahead and comment below your thoughts on that. Again, I have zero desire to go round and round the irrational merry-go-round with Ye cult members, so I'm going to leave it there. I really hope you had an amazing weekend. I will get to some more videos this week, so stay tuned. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.